Hey YouTube, so we just sold our house and we are now full-time RVers. We've been living on the road for 30 days and we are leaving Bull Run, which is in Virginia, just outside of the Washington, D.C. area where our house is. And we are headed to King's Dominion, KOA, or also known as Richmond North KOA in Richmond, Virginia. So this is basically right where King's Dominion is. You pull off the highway, and King's Dominion is right on the right. So if you're kind of wondering, well, what the heck is a King's Dominion? King's Dominion, I think, used to be a Six Flags resort, and I'm not really sure who owns them. I don't really care who owns them, but either way, it is a humongous amusement park. They have like the big boy roller coasters. This isn't like just like a little kind of kids place or whatever. Like, it is a humongous park. Like, it's for kids too. So anyway, so that was a turnoff for King's Dominion, and then you just go up here basically one block, and then you're at the KOA, and they will deliver the food from King's Dominion, like the pizza and everything, to the KOA. They have the King's Dominion logo like all over this park, so I'm pretty sure that King's Dominion actually owns this KOA, but I don't really know that for sure either. So this is a normal thing. You pull in, you go check in, and then you camp. The little bus that you see in front of me, that is a shuttle bus. They do the free shuttle service to get from the campground to the park, and then to get from the park back to the campground. So if you want to camp and everything, and you want to go to the park, very convenient. They even have a dog service. So we have our 40-foot fifth wheel that we're pulling in here for the first time, and we have no idea where we're going other than looking at the little map they gave us. And I will do a full kind of tour of the campground so you can see what it looks like. But the one thing you keep noticing is there's all these little gullies everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's water management. I kept kind of looking around, kind of worrying that I was going to go into one of these divots. The other thing, and if you notice that the divots are actually between the sites too. So you have to be really careful not to cut the sites too short. So we got the super site. It's a site on the right, and it's super. They only have one of them, but it's also on a humongous hill, unfortunately. So this site here that we're about to pull into apparently can accommodate 100-foot rigs. I don't know how you would have a rig that big, but this site, I think they said, was like 100 feet long, or maybe it was 85 feet long. Maybe I'm boasting a little bit, but it is humongous site that you're about to see, and they only have one of them, and we got it, and I'll share with you my thoughts on all the different sites. This white truck here is trying to figure out where we are. They're like security or something. So you pull in here, and this is our site. You can see how far it is, and then basically this is us. We're fully in sight, and then there's all that room in front of us where you could park another fifth wheel and another truck. Literally it's almost like two sites is so long. Yeah, and we have two power poles too, like that one in front of us, and then there's also one further back. So let's jump over to kind of doing a campground review. So this is the map of the campground. There's a big kind of purple area that I marked, and that is the area that I think I like personally the best. That is the kind of the traditional RV sites. They're all nicely flat, concrete, big rig kind of accessible. They're labeled elite cable concrete pad, elite patio, red carpet, and premium cable. And then the one just underneath the thing that I circled, that humongous pink one, is the one that we're in, which is a super site. I don't really recommend that one because it's so much on a hill. So now let's I'm gonna ride my bike around the campground and let you see everything. So this is the purple area that I just marked on the map. These are the red carpet ones. These are my favorite ones here, even though it feels most like an RV park. And they have these nice concrete pads that are very level. You do kind of have to be careful on pulling in. You see all these little gullies everywhere. It just seems like if you're not paying attention, you might end up in one of these gullies. And some of the gullies are right next to the sites, as negative as that sounds. Now I'm just being particular, right? But anyway, you can see there's one of the ultra premium sites that we're in right now. But they're all very level. You can see Class A's, and you can see some fifth wheels out here. We are here on an off day, so they're not busy. I am sure that they get packed up when they get busy. But you can see how easy peasy and how large rig accessible these sites are. So we're going to move on. That's our side on the left. That's on the gigantic hill, like I was saying. I'm going to jump down to this yellow area that I kind of marked. This is a woodsy area that is for smaller rigs. It's water and electric only. I definitely 100% would not take our fifth wheel down in this area. So now we kind of transitioned from this, traditional kind of parking lot feel, I guess, to this very, very woodsy national park kind of feel. And I'm on the road itself. All the pads are next to me, but I'll take my bike up on a couple of different pads so you can kind of see. The thing that was the most strange in this area is the pads are level, but the pads are way a different height than the ground itself. When I say way, I mean, you look at all of these little corners and everything everywhere. You almost always have to go up at least a couple inches, and then this is like a 6-inch drop off right there. So if you have a short rig, and I guess you're camping back here, and I'm assuming these are for trailers and stuff, you need to be very, very careful when you back in to be perfectly straight, so you don't fall off the 6-inch lip that they have on the concrete pad going around the site. So now we're going to move on. We are moving on to the big blue circle that I marked on the map. These are the blue and the yellow sites. And these sites, they were okay. They seem like kind of a mixture between the two different areas that I just showed you. So you get the wood still, but then you also get the pull-through sites. This is a pull-through site, the very first pull-through site that they have that's closest to the pool. So I guess if you're walking back and forth at a pool, this would be kind of cool. But you are on the main road. That dump station is right there on the right. It's that little yellow kind of thing that you see in the distance. And you just kind of zigzag on the right between their main loop. And it's a little more shaded than the other area, but you can see the declining hill. So these are like asphalt. They're not like concrete pads. And you can see that they're not level either. They're like sloped. Where the other ones that were concrete pads were perfectly flat. You have to just ask yourself, do you want to be near the pool in a kind of semi-woodsy area on asphalt or possibly gravel on a hill, or would you rather be perfectly flat on concrete, but then you have like a longer walk to the pool and the park and all that kind of stuff. This is that outer edge. The gravelly section to the right of us is a bathhouse that you're about to see. I think it's a bathhouse. It looks like a restroom. And also that is the main tent camping area on the right-hand side. So we're going to ride up to the kind of the pool and everything so you can see what's up in this area. And then we'll talk about tent camping a little bit. So this is a playground. They have these little games here. I don't even know what they are. I guess it looks kind of like checkers. And then the playground, and they have dodgeball, I guess, and a tennis court, and the pool is right there on the left. And then there's a basketball court, huge grass area. The pool is actually pretty nice. We did not go to the pool. I do not have a whole lot of really great footage of the pool. But I mean, it is pretty nice. There's a cabin, there's a pool again. And it's like a regular pool with seats and stuff. It was very modern looking. It was not like dirty or anything like that. But they didn't have any of the fancy water park stuff. If you want to go to a water park, go to King's Dominion. It's right here. They have a humongous water park, like a massive water park. All right, so we're gonna move on. This is the tent camping area. This is the area marked in green on the far left. And I saw some other tent campers in this area to the red that we marked, but we're going to be looking at the big area in green on the left-hand side. Okay, so this is like a tent-only area. They have big yellow signs that say, do not bring trailers back here, and, cars only. And it looks very wooded, very parky. They do have these little signs everywhere marking where the sites are, so this would be a campsite right here. And I just thought it'd be kind of cool to go over that little dip. And then they have these more of them. The dog park, dog run area is back here in the middle of the tent area. And it is way, way back here. It looks like a traditional KOA dog run. And now we're back at the tent camping area, the tent camping loop. And then the last section that we'll jump over to will be the other loop, the one that is in red. We're about to get to it. So it's in red, and I'm going to start at the bottom right corner of that big red area and show you some of the other tent camping, and then we will just kind of zoom past the nice cottages so you can see those. So this is the other tent camping area, and yeah, I know the camera somehow got pointed up a little bit, but you can still see it. So anyway, so this is the other tent camping area, and yeah, there's not really any tents here. It is right pretty close to the road, and I did hear diesel exhaust brakes, like the whole like blah, 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 pretty much nonstop in this area. So I don't know, I think I would want to tent camp if I was tent camping over near the dog park, not in that area, if I had the choice. But it seems quiet where we're camping at. I guess it's just a short distance or something, I don't know. These cabins looked modern. I not get a chance to go into any of the cabins, but they look pretty nice. This is another option, obviously, if you want to come to Kings Dominion, you want somewhere to stay, and you want the campground experience, but you don't want to actually own a camper or rent a camper, or you have no means to get a camper, but you want to actually be at this campground for some reason. They have all these little cottages too. And once again, you can drive over to Kings Dominion from here, or you can take the bus. And we're back in the purple area, kind of zooming through it to get back to our site. Please like and subscribe.